Has there ever been an O-ring mounted wooden keyboard before? I am very, very particular with wooden keyboards. Wooden keyboards, I've had a very, very bad relationship with. The only wooden keyboard so far, and I have it here because I'm still making sure it's fully assembled, keycaps are still in it, I still use it. The Goodwood is the 100% the best one I've tried so far. It is the one that has not had any issues, with the exception of them having a plate issue on the resin unit, which they're not even selling. I'm only going to discuss full wood keyboards. And just so everyone understands, it's not that I hate wood keyboards. It's just that everyone that I've ever purchased or been sent to review has had many issues with the exception of the Goodwood. Be it shrinkage, be it cracks, be it warping, be it whatever. They've all had issues. A lot of the times, wooden keyboards also cost a lot more money. This one here is actually a bit more doable. I think you can kind of spec it out to be a bit more expensive, sorta, but it seems to be around, well, okay, let's just call it under 130, because there's lots of ways you can pick and choose here. 111, I guess, if you want the basic stuff, but it's from KBDFans, yeah. So they sent us all the plates to take a look at. Aluminum, I'm guessing this is the carbon fiber one, or we'll figure it out. We have, what's this, the PCBs. They sent one of each here as well, both solder and hot swap. And then we have some silicone, which I'm not sure we need to use, but I think we do. I'm pretty positive we do.
It's almost the weekend. You got this.
And then we got this little hook thing, which I'm not exactly sure what this is for either. I believe that thing is for pulling out the build. Oh, this is what this is used for? So is it just using friction on the silicone to kind of mount itself in? And if not, if it is, can't I just use a O-ring for this? Yeah, why wouldn't I be able to just use an O-ring? Oh, that's fancy with the felt. Oh, this is kind of nice looking. I wouldn't say this is 100%. Oh, it slots into place? But wouldn't it just rest on these? I'll try an O-ring. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions, but I'd like to try. You know, this is not too bad. Look, oh, this is cool. I like this. This little design etched into the back over here. Interesting. It already has some feet put in here, I guess. This might have been in a prototype unit or someone else's unit I'm taking a look at. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I like the very rounded corners of this. There is some wear on this. And again, I don't know if this was someone else's unit, but this is always my worry with some wooden keyboards. But also, I guess one of the joys of using wooden keyboards is they're all going to be different. I do like the USB port here. This feels very old school in a way. Very recessed USB-C port, by the way. This is like really deep in there, bro. Like it is crazy. How was this finished and treated and all that? Was this just, because I guess my concern is if this wasn't properly done, and this is what I can't verify, is this may warp and crack. Like, I don't know how this was hardened or whatever you want to call it, because I know that was a big thing about the process of the Goodwood one. I never asked, but I haven't heard anyone having issues with the warping. I guess more of a climate thing, but I guess one thing that's really interesting, and maybe we can make a note of today, this did ship from China to Toronto, and our weather here has been fucking terrible. Perhaps this kind of gave it a good use of humidity and cold and heat, so. The case does look good though, like it does. Yeah, just have some areas where, you know, you can screw in things. And they put the little metal inserts in there, like that. Pretty no frills regardless. There's no screws and nothing like that, so this is just gonna slot in. Let's get this installed. I am so curious though if we're able to use an O-ring. Pancake, has anyone tested an O-ring with this? The felt's kind of cool too. The felt makes it feel like old school furniture at this point here. All right, and then I think I'm just gonna use aluminum for today. I think aluminum is a good choice. Interesting texture on this PCB. A really big part of me really thinks we can O-ring this. So we're just gonna attempt to O-ring this. And if I can't, oh well. I think we can get an O-ring in this. Well, that makes me a lot more confident for this whole build. Will the divider not interfere with the O-ring? No, you can just push that up. You make a good point, because this is not soldered. I was gonna say we can just let it stretch. And usually with these type of builds, they have a little cut underneath. So you may be right on that. I actually think we can get this to work, guys. I think we can avoid using the silicone here. If this does work, why doesn't KBDFans just offer this as a little insert? You know, just to throw it in the box at that point there. I don't think that costs too much to do. I'm really hoping this works, but I think this is like one of their final little projects using silicone, like forced silicone to mount things. From what I understand, like they're not going to be doing this anymore. Really hedging my bets on that because not for nothing. I don't think it's a great idea using silicone for all this. Has there ever been an O-ring mounted wooden keyboard before? Yeah, I mean, yeah, seems like it's working fine. My only concern though is it seems like it's even or not. That I'm not too sure about. My only concern with this, right, of doing it with the O-ring, hell, even with the silicone to some degree too, is like, if this warps a little bit, I just don't know how these things will fit. Maybe they fit better because it's more malleable in a lot of ways, but this does look really cute though, I gotta admit. It's a cute looking wooden keyboard. It's like simple and rounded, and it kind of looks, I don't know how to describe it. It's just nice looking. Like, it looks pretty. It's cozy looking for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, so the only thing we would need to, if we're gonna go with this O-ring kind of method for this, we definitely would want a solder PCB or just some better way to make sure the O-ring doesn't push up like what's happening against this one switch over here. All right, let me give it a go. Wait, this is kind of nice. It's just surprising what comes out of this for a wood keyboard, you know? This is really nice. I would even argue that like if you can get this to sit a little bit better on the right side around this little piece over here, like this is a genuinely nice board for an O-ring mounted thing. And it being like $111, like that's pretty nice. I would definitely use this as a daily driver. I didn't put the silicone. We're gonna do that right now actually. We're gonna switch everything for the silicone and you guys can tell me which one you like better. I like this. I like the wooden case. Okay, we're gonna take it apart now, and then we're gonna do the silicone insert for the middle here and see what it's meant to be like. It still looks really good at Botanical on this. A genuinely nice looking keyboard. Again, just to kind of go over this, I like how soft the edges are. They're nice and rounded. Still not 100% on the wood warping over time. No one's had it long enough for us to tell. Also, it does seem very susceptible to kind of getting some small little scratches in it. Maybe it's not the best coating or finish in the world on the wood here. So yeah, moment of truth. Now we're doing the same aluminum plate, same switches, same keycaps. This time here, we're doing it on the silicone insert opposed to the O-ring. Everything sits better now. So let's see what this, how? Okay, I may still like it a little bit more with the O-ring, but sounds weak? Really? I don't think it sounds weak. It doesn't sound as lively as the O-ring did. Okay, so I'm not that off base from what I thought, but this is very surprising for what this is. Pancake, you are right. We should have started with this because I think I would have been happy. It is a little bit lower in the poppy sound signature there. Okay, some people want to see some different switches. Here, we'll do a few different switches. I don't think this is a bad sound signature. It's pretty nice. It's a little lower. I did prefer the O-ring, and if somehow the O-ring fit a little bit better in this case, which is definitely possible. Let's try some cream sodas first. Let's try H&J with cream sodas as well. I don't know if I like the cream sodas on this. Let's try these guys. Well, the alpha difference is nice. I think I prefer the cherry alphas a smidge, but so the alphas for cherry on H&J. Yeah, the space bar is a little tougher. Maybe the silicone's just not doing the right amount of work for the space bar here. But I think going with the original switches we had for the space bars makes the most sense. My final thoughts with this is it's going to be impossible to tell right now how this wood is going to hold up. On a positive note, this wood held up shipping here, which I can say is a hell of a lot better than most other wooden keyboards I've reviewed. Most other wooden keyboards I've gotten just come pre-warped. and pre-destroyed and pre-damaged. Someone did say this is walnut, so it should hold up better, which is, you know, it's always a good thing that's going to happen, but it doesn't seem to have any noticeable variances in like tolerance around the edge here, so it doesn't seem like anything's happened. We've had very humid weather here in Toronto, as well as it kind of going up and down for temperatures here too. So keep that into consideration. For $111 though, I think this is a great deal for $111. Obviously that's perspective, but it seems to be of good quality. The finish, like I said, is a little delicate. I do like the overall theme of the board. I like this little bottom pattern here too. My only wish for this is I wish they just included an O-ring and then maybe thought of a little bit of a better way to kind of make the O-ring mount. The silicone mount that it comes with is not bad at all. And you know what? I think most people will be happy with it, but I think if you're aiming for that certain sound signature that's like lively and bright, you're gonna just have to get yourself an aftermarket O-ring. And then what I would probably do is just figure out a better way to kind of seat it better around here. And that even may include just soldering the switch to the hot swap socket at that point. Do I think for 111 bucks this is a lot of fun? Yeah, I think it looks really cute on the desk. I think the bezels are nice, the roundness of the corners are nice. Genuinely a nice looking board. I personally like small scratches and nicks over the time it gives character. Yeah, I mean, that could also be a thing you consider too. Obviously, this is really important to kind of look at. Maybe it can just be cleaned up, but yeah, it's pretty easy to kind of scratch up. You can see I just did it again there just to show you guys. You dug into it? Yeah, but that's going to happen. You're going to touch it with things. You're going to like accidentally smack it around and stuff. So it's just important to look at too. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the coating. So with wood, guys, there's always like a coating on top. I've done it to this desk, the desk you see on top now. I've scratched it up on the side. You can get the varnish or whatever. You can redo it and whatnot. But you may really like that. That could be maybe it's a cool aesthetic you're really into. You kind of want that. I hope you guys all had fun here. See you everyone and have a good one. Bye. Love ya.